All right, June 26th. These would be not live, but same day video at this point, right? I made up the wiring harness for the fans because they're side by side. One of the pigtails is going to be a little longer than the other one's further, and that's fine. That's good. We ran them, got everything going, ran them up to the switches and everything. Got our did a lot of soldering. Man, the soldering gun's still hot. She's still on. To put our inline fuses in, the whole nine yards. Everything's pretty much ready to go. This is the end that goes up to the switches. I haven't cut this off yet because you just don't know. This is the end that goes to the back, and these here are leads to the batteries. This is the B battery, the front battery, which would be the battery that's in there. And then these are the leads for the A battery, which is the back battery. What I'm doing here is, and I wanted to show you this because it's really, really cool. Hope this light isn't screwing things up. You have to tin these wires first. So we use the flux on here first, right? We'll just go ahead and use the old, it's the old school no corrode flux. It's kind of a, I don't know, it's like a paste, I guess you'd say. So you get a little of that on there first. We go ahead and put a little solder on our iron here, on our gun. Well, it's not a gun, it's actually an iron. And then you just touch these here, and what it does is that flux helps suck the solder right into the wire. So that's tinning, right? That's the wire's ready to go.
My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with things I love.
So they're primed up and ready to go into these fittings. Let me show you the little brass fittings here that go on the end of each wire, right? And then we hey there, we use these plug ends, and these bits snap in to the plug end, and this plugs in to the battery pack. So let me show you that real quick. Bingo boffo, you see what I got going here, right? So we're just getting these ready to go, and let me show you again. Let me sit you back on the grinder here so you can check it out. These two are already done. What you do is you prep these things, these little brass deals. I take a little tiny piece of emery, right? A little tiny piece with the little mini screwdriver, and we'll stick it down in here, and just scuff this up. I don't think you have to, but I don't want to have any problems with wires coming out of here because it's not a very deep hole. It's only about 1/8 of an inch or so deep, maybe a little bit more. But just stick it in there, stuff it in, jam it in with the old screwdriver. Make sure you get the bottom scratched up real good too. Oh yeah, looks good. Yeah, let me show you the difference between one that is and one that isn't. I mean, you can really see the difference. I hope this camera shows us. You can see how this one here is scratched up and that one there isn't. So we'll go ahead and get this other one. Now I'm going to leave you running. This might be a 10-minute video just so you can see how this is done. It is a pretty cool little process. What we'll do after scuffing these is we'll tin these. We'll actually heat them up with microtorch and then fill them with solder. And then that's right, we'll take our tinned pieces, we'll warm it up real good again, and stick our tinned piece right in there, and then blow on it, and bingo, they all become one solid piece. When a girl at the RC shop told me I brought the battery in with me, she sold me a whole bag of those connectors for $5. They're all the part that would plug onto a battery, right? She didn't give me both sides. That would have been nice. But like I said, she gave me probably, man, there's a whole other pile of them here, another 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 10 of these things, 10 of them for $5. She said, get them out of here. We could never make them work. And it's simply because, I mean, RC folks, you'd think they'd know all about tin and wires and prepping this stuff real good. So here we go. The wires are ready to go, so we're going to take microtorch. Hope you can see this, so let me move you in a little closer. Let me put you on Mr. Tape Measure. No, it's not tall enough. Maybe that'll be tall enough. Hang on, I know the camera is kind of screwy. Man, here, I'll just try to hold it, I guess. That's not going to work either, Bob. I need both hands. We need to unplug the old soldering iron. And, man, I need like a GoPro holder or something. Let's see. Let's just move everything over this way. I'm going to put you back on the grinder. We'll move the light over this way. Get some of this junk out of our way. And we'll just move the whole harness and everything right over here where you can see it. Okay, rock and roll. Be careful not to burn anything. We get a little microtorch going here. It does not take much to get these things hot. You can see the wood was a little burnt. And we just fill it right up. Come over here and do this one. I want to get our finished work messed up. Look at that thing is smoking. This little mini torch is the shizzle. I don't even know where I got it from, but I got to find out because I got to get more of these. I was doing my soldering with this, but it ended up being too much for wires. I mean, for little wires like that. It was just melting the casing and everything, right? So, all right, here we go. We'll do the one closest to you first. Just make sure it's good and hot again. I'm sure it hasn't cooled down yet. And we just, oh, let me get that out of your way. And we'll just stick the wire, dip the wire right in there. Man, it's not working out real well. There we go, now we're ready. Boop. Oops, you know what I didn't do? I forgot to trim the length of the wire down, folks. Tinned it first, then cut it to length because it'll be good and solid. Right? Okay, let's do her again. She's still hot. And there you go. Come over here and do this one. This one's cooled off enough to where it's relatively solid, but it won't take much. You can see it just starts glistening right away. This isn't a high-end production here at RPM. We're not filmmakers. You know what I'm saying? And there you go. That's it. That's your lesson for today. We did go ahead and solder a whole bunch of connections. These pigtails came with the fans, and they're about a foot long, and so all the wires had to be soldered together and everything, and shrink wrapped. And I told John knows that. The wiring and stuff is not my thing. It's certainly not my forte. Can I do it if I have to? And in this case, I had to. So I did tell him that I took extra care, making sure all the solder connections were just absolutely rock solid. A little overdone maybe, but it is what it is, right? We don't want to have any failures, especially with the fans. You know, the thing doesn't cool and, you know, engines blow up and stuff. So that's it for the 26th. I guess we'll call this part 34. 34. We're going to get to 35. Heck, we may even get to 40. Hang in there, y'all. I'm praying for you. Pray for me. I need it too. Thank God the wiring part of this thing's over with. I hate the wiring. But there you go. Number 34 in the can. God bless y'all. Hang in there. It'll get better.